Hello, and welcome to another one of our webinars on Christmas lights this season. We are super excited to have our good friend James with us from LiveSwitch. So James, welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be here. This is my second time on the show, right?
Yeah, we've done all kinds of stuff with
we've done all kinds.
I think we've done some Christmas light stuff. James has been on our podcast together, on my podcast. We do all kinds of things together, and we have a passion for helping small business owners, especially in the home services. So we share that passion, and we absolutely love your product that we think it's magic. So we're excited to share it with people tonight.
Thank you. And pro tip, when you get on a podcast, don't eat a bag of pistachios before you get on, because sometimes they get caught in your teeth. And I'm like, I don't have a good opportunity to get the thing out of my mouth. But anyway,
I feel what I ate last week. I had like a piece of steak in my tooth, and I'm trying to talk to Sarah and like be on a podcast and trying to get the steak out of my mouth. It was horrible.
You know, I was we held this like virtual conference, and we're talking about selling and like how they prep their guys to go on site, you know? And so they have these little packages of like cologne and mints and like all these things. I was like, that is so smart to keep a little like sales packet for your guys so they don't walk up to the door smelling like BO and their hair sideways and pistachios hanging out their mouth.
Very smart. I like that.
I was like,
that is really very smart. Now that I'm thinking of it, I should have like a little event one. So it's like, hey, here's in my backpack like a little event. Like, hey, before you walk into an event, here's a mint. Here's all the things to check. Yes. Your floss, your mint, your little mirror. Do you look
your money-making cologne or perfume? You're like, all right,
yes,
smell like money. It's all the little details that like when I was in my painting company, I knew where to stand. I knew what to wear. I knew what color ink I was going to do on the thank you card. Like it's all that crap that like adds up to more money. But anyway, I regress.
Well, that's a good tip. Well, we're super excited to talk and share and see all that is new with LiveSwitch. We have been excited about LiveSwitch for a couple of years and the difference it makes in being able to do virtual estimates. We love how it empowers our strategic partners that work with our clients and the ability of them to be able to just get off an estimate. But you guys have come up with so many new things and how AI has changed the game. But I have seen in the Christmas light industry, especially with our clients, that, you know, a couple of years ago, it used to be speed to lead was how quickly you answered the call. If you got somebody an estimate within a couple of days, so many Christmas light clients are beating people to the game and getting somebody an estimate within a couple hours. So it's no longer, do you answer the phone? Like, are you getting back to somebody in the same week? Somebody wants a rendering and a price within a couple hours.
Yeah, we're in the world of Amazon. Like I want to order, like even today, I was on Amazon and we're so cool. We just got next day delivery. Now it's on like a fraction of the items. But like, if I can see that option, I want it now. I don't want to wait till next week to get that product. So, you know, same thing with an estimate. If I want Christmas lights, I don't want to wait a week for somebody to come out there. And I also don't want somebody to give me an estimate just by asking me some questions without ever seeing my property, without ever understanding anything. And as business owners in the Christmas light industry, like we have a very short season to get as much done as quickly as we can and be as accurate as possible, not only for our team, but for our clients to get the best experience. That has always been a gap, James. And, you know, I can give a price by somebody sending me a picture, but there's so many unknowns. Like a picture only shows you so much. If I go on Google, it could be a picture from 2017. That tree's grown tremendously, and I don't have a good understanding. You guys have bridged that gap, and I'm so excited to talk about this. And this, I've always been a huge advocate for in-person estimates. It's going to increase your average ticket, increase your closing percentage. But this, I truly, truly feel closes that gap and gets you as close to being hands-on with that client, like you're there with the client, to have that same experience, to be able to talk to the client, to understand their needs, to see the exact, you know, design layout, how big that tree is, that bush is, in person, live, remotely, to be able to deliver that best experience. So I don't want to talk too much about it because you know way more about this, James.
No, you're on it. You're on the money. Amazon Prime has ruined us all. I mean,
It
if it
does.
doesn't
It does.
come up, I'm changing mower belts on my John Deere, and I ordered the wrong stinking belt. And I was like, crap, wrong belt. So I put in the new one. And of course, the soonest I can get it is Friday. I'm like,
Yeah.
my lawn is going to look like a jungle and I'll have gorillas in it by Friday. Amazon, please. If I don't get it overnight, I'm getting pissed. And so
Right.
same thing happens when you're ready to get a bid, right? I want to know, one, do you get the 5 stars like on Amazon? How much is this? And when can you do it? And I want it to look awesome,
Yes.
you know? And I want to see that you're credible. Like we talked about earlier, like doing the little thing is a cologne. Like people buy from people still. It's still like blind bidding doesn't work, but in-person bidding obviously works. And so does remote, but with video, because it's so funny. At our Christmas party this last year, we had all the spouses come by, and I got a bunch of computer scientists, right? And I got a bunch of salespeople, and they try to explain to their spouses like who we help and what we do. But I actually brought some of our customers to talk. But the most important thing I brought was videos of not my customers, but my customer's customer. So like what are they saying? We all see JC's got the coat on. He's a good looking dude. But like, what is a customer saying? Right. And what we have is all these videos of customers being like, this is so convenient. Why doesn't everybody do this? Like people, I have 4 kids, a dog, and a bunch of birds. Like I don't want someone waiting for someone to come by, like I just want to know how much and get out there and do the work. Right. So customers value convenience and speed. Like if you've ever lost a job, like, hey, I'm coming out. They're like, oh, don't bother. I found somebody. You only lost because of speed. You didn't even get a chance to pitch. You didn't even get a chance to go on property. You didn't get a chance to sit at the table and close them down. Like someone just raced to the face, but speed to lead. They whooped your butt, just like any sport. So yeah.
I mean, prime example. I was in the office today, and Jessica's like, "Oh, well, you can cancel that estimate." The lady called in Sunday night. She spoke to our AI, said she wanted a pressure washing estimate. We tried calling her yesterday to get everything scheduled. We followed back up today. She's like, "Oh, I don't need it. I already got somebody." I mean, it was that fast. She didn't even give us the opportunity. Now, had we had this set up and could have done this all, virtually and everything, we would have been good to go on that, but we didn't, unfortunately. So that's why I'm glad to be learning from you today. And, I've worked with you guys before, and I'm excited to work with you guys again and get this going, because in that short period of time, like you said, the customer wants it and wants it now. And I can't tell you how many times we've scheduled in-person estimates and they're like, "Oh, I'm not home. Just go ahead and do it without me." So now we have that other gap of they're home, but they didn't tell me what they want. So now I got to follow back up with questions. So if I can just eliminate all that, get them on the phone call, they're excited, they want the lights, or they want any service. It doesn't have to be just for lighting. That's what I love about this. It could be for pressure washing, painting, roofing, anything like that. I have them on the phone. Well, while I have you on the phone, I know you have time to talk to me because you called me. So while we're here, let's get this done. Let's figure out your price, and then we can go over the objections or whatever it is, or get you scheduled, and then everybody's happy.
Yeah, and you're talking about the 1-2 punch, right? The 1-2 punch is that they get on, you show it to me, and then I'm going to schedule a time to sit at your dinner table and sell you, right? Not come out when you're not around this, and then I got to schedule this. I want the money. So if I have to drive out more than once, and especially in the height of Christmas light season, it's all about quantity and speed. You might be bidding someone while getting another lead in, and you got this going and that going. Well, now we launched apps this year. So now you can just get in your truck or stand there on the property, hit your little LiveSwitch button, hit the connect button, and do it right there while you're in someone else bidding while you're bidding. How about that? Yeah. 2 bids at once. What's better than 1 bid? 2. I'm dunking on one person, close at the dinner table while I'm virtual estimating another person. I'll be over there later and collect the check. So I want to be everywhere. Cause I remember when we first invented this. I remember yesterday, because we were reinventing the 911 phone call. We've talked about this before, but the eureka moment was when I was on with this guy who's taking care of the Tennessee Titans NFL team. His name is CT, and he 20 years in the FBI, right? A serious guy. Showing him all our emergency response stuff, because we're one of a few companies that do live video. It's just really hard to do. And I'm showing him everything. He's like, "James," he's like, "I got the stupidest question." He's like, "My arena here in Nashville is a monster. It's huge." He's like, "Can I just text my guy across the arena when something happens in the facility so I don't have to hop in my little golf cart? Because that would help me a ton." And I was like, it's the Nextel walkie-talkie. When I ran my power washing company, my painting company, all I had was a Nextel paint guns and water guns and the yellow pages. I didn't even have a computer. I had the carbon copy, white, yellow, pink sheets. I'm old school, man. I was door knocking back then to get power washing jobs. JC, you ever door knock for power washing jobs, bro?
I have, buddy. And I tell you, I kind of miss that experience, but I'm glad I don't do it anymore.
Well, Angela sold knives, Cutco. So we're all just door
Yes.
knockers.
I did.
You know, that's what we did. But wait, we virtual door knock now. But hey, the thing is, I was like, this is the Nextel walkie-talkie, but with video. So not only am I doing estimates, but what if JC's up on a ladder putting all the fancy lights up, or someone else is, and they're going like, hey, boss, these gutters are already dented, and I don't want to get blamed for this. Or, hey, boss, I see a window here that's cracked that we didn't do, and I don't want to get blamed for this because I don't want us to be a nonprofit today. Well, now, Nextel walkie-talkie, well, LiveSwitch, show me the video, show the customer, hey, just so you're aware, we were up today. The gutters are already dented. And in fact, when you did the virtual walk around with me, you can see they're dented before my guys were even on the property. That's called covering my assets, right? Because I ain't trying to lose my money because I didn't dent your gutters because I'm doing lights today, not gutters. But it comes into play everywhere. And, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, put my lights up and not get blamed for stuff I didn't do.
That's right. And you know, I'm training a sales guy now, and I'm telling him the same thing. It's like, it's not that the customer's out for us, but when you're out on their property, you're doing some work. That's when they start noticing things. And it could have happened a year ago. They just don't happen to notice it because now you're up on that ladder. And I was like, wait a second, you did this. No, let me go back to the video. It's right here, clearly dented. Yeah. It was prior to us. I mean, this, you know, we use another app that has saved us thousands of dollars because people will come after us and try and say, you did this, you did. And it's like, no, you live on a golf course. That's a golf ball in the hole in your siding. It wasn't that pressure washer, I promise you.
Every time. But what happens, we're in the beauty business, right? We're beautifying your house with lights or power washing it. You just haven't looked at your house this before because she was looking a little dirty, dusty. And now I lit her up with Christmas lights. She's beautiful. And you got people stopping, taking photos. Like, so of course now you're looking at the stuff that we didn't do because I made it pretty. But like, yeah, that would always fry me on the final walk around because I already knew I was like, we didn't do that. Because my guys would tell me if they didn't. Go ahead.
We're going to focus a lot on Christmas lights and give some specific examples, and that's what we're excited about right now. But this works for any home service business, for, you know, whatever you're doing. We have tons of clients that are using it in lawn and landscape, in interior cleaning, in exterior cleaning, in roofing, in HVAC, in, you know, in anything you can imagine that you are going out to the house and need to take a look and see before you do an estimate. This gives you that ability to do a virtual walkthrough.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Or even if you're not around, self-serve. So JC's example, AI bot was going back and forth. Well, now we have a thing where the AI bot can drop a link. JC can be sleeping in his bed or world traveling like he does, right? And the customer can just text the link, not text the link, touch the link from the AI bot, take a video and walk around. And then the video goes up and your team gets a ping and they can watch it. And what that does nicely is that if a customer is willing to take their phone, even when another person's not on the line, and go around and take a video on your behalf, it gives them more, I call it getting more pot committed. Well, I gave this guy this, and he's got a video of the outside of my house. And then when I call back, I'm like, oh, I've already put the renderings in. Here's the renderings. Can we let's just schedule you? Or if I got to go to the dinner table and sit down and we got to like hold hands and kumbaya and then I can get the money. Don't you just love dinner table closes, JC? Like, hey, Angela, don't worry, I'm going to leave the dinner table and I'm going to go to someone else's dinner table because I want to get this money because this person works during the day. Dinner table closes always drove me nuts, but I had to go get the money. So how about that? Prevent that. But yeah, Angela's totally right. I'm in every industry and we're global now. So it's been super humbling to watch all the Australians and UK. And, you know, I was on with a company in Mexico today, earlier today. So yeah, it's been cool.
You should have called us while we're there. We're going to help to close that one.
And like you said, one thing before we go on is like, people don't want when you're like, I don't want you in my house. For example, today, JC's like, will you be home between this and this? The HVAC guy has to come. And I was going to be home, but just the thought that I needed to be home annoyed me. I was like, no, let me find a place I need to go. I don't want to have to be home for the guy.
Yeah. And the fact is that some folks in your position, they don't want to have some big burly dude coming by, you know, to go check the thing. They don't feel safe. Like JC's a big dude. He's a good looking dude, but you know, some people might be scared. So he comes in the office, in the house, you know, but like, it's a thing. It's a thing. And now us with Amazon Prime, DoorDash, all this stuff, I get my groceries delivered. Instacart's amazing. Like I don't want to meet the guy who just did my grocery shopping. No offense. Thank you for doing it. I paid you for it, but I don't need to meet you. You don't need to meet my kids and we're good. Just put the
we're not best friends.
Porch.
Yes.
Yeah. But for some reason in the trades, we think that like, oh, well, my award-winning personality is definitely, how about convenience and speed, bro? JC got beat that way the other day. Not to pick on you too much, but he got beat by speed. That's it.
Yeah. No. And we try and get everything, but this tool right here, James, can we jump under the hood and like open this up and show people what we're talking about? Because it sounds sexy, but I want to see it now. I mean, I want to see what this thing can do and show people how simple. And we won't even talk about the cost till later, because once you hear the cost, you'll be like, wait a second, that's it. Because you'll make your money back on this in, I don't know, 2 strands of mini lights. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane with what you guys are doing over here. So
I mean, I compete with your gas tank. I'm like, I cost as much as fill up your F-250 full of diesel like in a month. Anyway, all right. This is going to come with a warning, right? And it's not one of those like things that break. I'm just saying, like, JC and Angela have like a big microphone. I got a big microphone. We got speakers going everywhere. So if there's like an echo chamber, we'll start hitting the mute button. But we were talking pregame before the podcast. We're like, let's just do the dang thing. Like show the people how it works. So I'm going to be the holiday lights or power washer, fill in the blank contractor, and JC and Angela are going to be homeowners. And they have decided that they want wonderful holiday lights on their house. And they found me on the website, and now they're calling me. And I hope to God you pick up the phone, because I was at y'all's conference and I was cold calling people at your conference, if you remember, and they didn't pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. All right. So now we'll pick up the phone and we're talking on the phone. And JC's or Angela's telling me, we want to get Christmas lights. Great. And I say, hey, can I just send you a text message right now? And let's just show me the house right now. You don't have to schedule a time for me to come by and meet the kids and the dogs and the whatever. Let me send you a text. So JC, let's give everybody your cell phone number.
Let's do it. 910-650-7178.
That's all I need. If I want extra credit, I'm just going to put the person's name, JC. And I can even run AI if I want to give it like hey, give me the summary of what's going on. Because I've never met a contractor that likes to type on the keyboard. Let AI do that. So I'm going to have it give me a summary. I'm going to send JC a text. The hardest part of this is making sure I put the phone number in right. You can teach people how to use this.
I got a text. I'm going to go outside so I can get away from here, and this will hopefully eliminate some of it, and then we can talk.
Yep, and we might get some echo because we'll see. We'll see. So
we love experimenting on live. I mean, why not?
Why not? Here he comes. There he is. All right. JC, I'm going to mute you at times so you don't get big echo chambers, okay? I'm going to try to get fancy with this.
All right. So this is what clients are seeing. I mean, just so like if you send a client a link, James is the vendor here. He is Patriot Illumination, and JC is the client. And so James has sent JC a link. He clicked on it, and now JC is the client walking outside of his house.
And I'm taking remote photos. I'm recording everything of this. JC can't hear me because I've got too many microphones going. But unbelievable. Okay, I got a little echo, but we're good. So JC, tell me about some, like, how you're the master of, you already have lights on your home there, but tell me a little about measurements there, JC.
So you can hear JC, James, but I can't hear JC. So we can't hear JC, viewers, but JC's walking around the house, showing us the house. Like James said, on the vendor side, he would be recording all of this. You'd be asking JC some questions about where he might want some lights.
Hey, Angela, you just keep talking.
Okay. So where he might want some lights, we're asking questions. As the vendor, you can give him some instructions. So he's talking about the front and stuff here. You might ask, for example, of, do you want some ground lighting? I'm not the Christmas light expert, but if I was, I would be like, do you want those columns wrapped? What's a vision that you had? Maybe we can see if you want some ground lighting around that landscaping. Are they looking for just roof line, or did they have a vision in mind? And then you're giving them instructions. As you can see, JC is walking around the side of the house. So you want to get instead of pictures, we want like a full circumference view here of, let's walk around the side of the house in case we don't just want the front lit, depending on people's property. Do we want all of the side going on here? Encourage people to walk around the back, especially if people have some features going on in the back. I love the lighting in the back of our house. I don't know if he's going to go around to the back, but like if people enjoy their back patio, if they have a pool back there, if they have some backdoor neighbors, do they want the back of their house lit too? And then JC is showing us a tree there too. So I don't know what he's saying. This is so fun that I get to do the Christmas light part here and be the Christmas light expert, but you want to get some ideas and the measurements of that tree as well, of like, let's hang some spritzers from this tree. We're probably not going to wrap a tree like that. But maybe you're going to wrap the base of the tree, and I'm going to hang some spritzers in the tree. So you're getting some ideas, creating a vision for the client so that you guys can be on the same page, just like you would do if you were in person and you were doing an in-person walk around, so that you can create the best live estimate for them. It's so funny because we don't know what he's saying. But then, James, with AI and your prompts, and I know you haven't, like, we don't have the holiday prompts one up, but I think you guys are going to build one that we can put it right into like AI and get some measurements on the house and have those measurements right away. So it makes it really easy to build the rendering, whether we do that just with your product, or last week we did a live with Sarah from Holiday Home Concepts. And if you're using the two of those together, you can double it up and get the measurements, put it in that, and really quickly be able to go back to the client with an estimate.
Yep. JC, you did great. Nobody could hear you but me, but I wanted to capture all that. But Angela did a great job narrating. Angela narrated.
Did a great job narrating.
Well, you went around, but I had my AI listening to you, so I didn't want to mute you or tell you to stop, because I'm going to have the AI, because JC was basically talking about it's doing this, it's doing that. And JC, why don't you give highlights of what you were talking about? And I'm going to start running some AI prompts on this stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to take my coat off because it's like 100 degrees outside. Now I'm sweating. But what I was explaining, as a business owner, and when you're trying to give a Christmas light estimate, this is an experience. All right. Nobody needs Christmas lights. They want the Christmas lights. So the nice thing about this, if you saw me walking around and talking to myself, like, I was able to have a conversation with the client. Now, it could be you as a business owner, it could be your strategic partner from Unique Genius, or it could be somebody in your staff. And they're sitting at the desk recording everything, able to hit the screen capture shot for the pictures, and able to get a clear understanding of what the client needs. It's just like being there in person, except you don't have to be there. You're able to have a conversation with the person while they're walking around. And what I was doing was I was trying to show the right side of my house. I know if I pull up on Google Earth, I couldn't see one little side of my house, which is about 15 feet of light, that I would have missed if I was doing a virtual estimate. Now, 15 feet there, 15 feet here, that adds up real quick. So we're able to get everything very clear, very well understanding of where all the nooks and crannies are. I was saying that the neighbor, she saw columns, their columns lit on the neighbor's house. Great. I love that. Walk over there and show me those columns. So now I can just clearly look at those columns, and I already know that's a 3 mini column. I'm going to put 3 minis per column on those columns right there. But while I was walking around, I saw the mulch bed. Have you ever heard of ground lights? No. What are ground lights?
Right.
Ground lights are incredible. They bring your eyes from the ground to the columns, to the wreath, to the roof lights. It adds depth and dimension to your lights. It's just another element. Let me just at least include that in there. I think it's a wonderful addition to your lighting. But while you're over there, I saw a beautiful oak tree. Can you just kind of step back out and show me that oak tree? Oh, yeah, it's a very large oak tree. It's the biggest in the neighborhood. Oh, that's such a great tree. Trying to light that thing up with mini lights would be a lot of money. We have this new wonderful addition of Christmas lights. So I'm having conversations like I'm there with the client. they feel heard. They feel like they're being understood. I'm able to talk to them about things that they've never heard of. They never heard the ground lights. They never heard the spritzers. They don't know about wrapping. I guess Angela knows everything. They don't, they don't know about all these things. So we're having conversations, telling them about it. So I don't just send them an estimate for $3,000 and like, wait, what are ground lights? We never talked about it. What is, I only wanted roof lights and my columns and my wreath up. Like, why are you putting all this in there? So we're able to have a two-way conversation remotely from the office. The customer felt heard. We understand what they needed. We're recording this all for the team. We're taking pictures of it. You've got AI doing your thing in the background right now. So much is happening on this 15-minute conversation that you're able to do the speed of lead, be able to deliver a Christmas light experience or any other industry. If you have multiple businesses, this is a great bolt-on tool for you to do things remotely. Did I miss anything? I know there's a lot.
You're killing it. Except for, what about, how is that different than FaceTime, JC? How is that experience different than a FaceTime call? Or did you even?
Well, I mean, yeah, FaceTime is FaceTime. You're not recording. It's going nowhere. You're able to talk to them, but that's it. It's gone. And how many times have you had a conversation with somebody and you hang up? You're like, shoot, what was that? What do they want? What is this? I forgot this. I didn't do a screenshot. I didn't do that. I don't have AI listening to me to record all this, to summarize everything for me. So you're able to record that. It's saved in the cloud. I don't have to save it to my phone or anything like that. It's completely different. And again, the client didn't have to do anything other than you send me a text message. I click the link for the text message and then I'm live. That was it.
That's it.
My laughter about, I don't know everything, but I did a pretty good job. If you go back and listen to the thing, I was like, well, I have no idea what I'm talking about with Christmas lights, but let me see if I can talk about what he's pointing out. So I did say ground lights. I got the ground lights in the mulch bed right, the columns right, and the spritzers in the tree.
And I mean, look at the quality of this video that's recorded right now. I probably should have turned my phone landscape wise, but it's live right there, able to record it. And now this is in your system. Like, you don't have to worry about going out there. Again, I was telling the client to go to the right side of the house. I could see that right side, go to the left side. We're able to talk and have that communication. They felt hurt. It's just a fun way to really not only, like, again, increase your average ticket, because I already added on the ground lights and the spritzers, but I've had built that relationship with them instead of saying, hey, we'll send you an estimate for lights. Let us know if you want to approve it.
That's right. And all the other things you can do here, I can tag this. Like, maybe this is a great sales job that JC did. I can run a separate AI, analyze me as a salesperson. I can trim this up if maybe they're allowing me to use it on social media. Maybe this is a before and after. Maybe this is an in-progress build. Maybe I want to download this. Maybe I want to comment on this. Maybe someday I want to sell my house light business, and now I've got everything documented. Maybe somebody wants to call me 6 months later because they're pissed off because I did in the gutters. But now I've seen a video before I even got up there, like we talked about. Nope. I checked my NFL instant replay and we didn't do that, right? But I can document process for me. It can write my CRM entry for me. And I am running a general contracting prompt on this. I don't have my holiday light prompt updated here, but I'm just going to run a general contracting prompt because my AI listened in and we're going to see what it produced. So, and I have no idea what it'll produce because we did this live. And it's not even fit for purpose on the AI side. But even without the AI alone, all the stuff that we've been talking about. In addition, you can make QR codes that when you're done with the job, JC can put this QR code up if they ever have to service it, or if someone's like, who did your lights? Oh, I forgot. Oh yeah, they left their branding up, and you can scan it and then scan the QR code and go to your house and take a video. So you're wanting to have that effect. You could put on marketing material as well. And JC could self-serve this. We've added, since you guys last looked at it, step-by-step guided instructions. So if they're doing a self-serve, you can write out all the things you want them to do. Like, show me the front door, show me each side of the house, and they just click the button and follow the bouncing ball and self-serve.
So cool.
That's all part of it.
Perfect.
That is my other favorite part about this, and we haven't talked about this, is Christmas go backs for LiveSwitch. Like, it saves so much time. If somebody has a problem with their lights, it's bound to happen, especially the ones that you put up early, that you're getting people to put up in October, right? September. And then somebody has a problem when their lights go on. And instead of having to send people out, being able to get on LiveSwitch and get on a video with them and walk through where things might be a problem saves your crews so much time. And they feel like seen, heard right away, because the person in your office, your strategic partner with Unique Genius, or your office person can troubleshoot and walk them through the problem, and they can turn their lights on that night right away instead of having to wait for somebody to go out.
This is, I'm going to jump in. Sorry. Cause this is like, I mean, we're really good at hanging lights, but mistakes happen. And a lot of times our callbacks are kids or people touching timers or GFCIs. And if I got to tell a client we'll be back there in 3 days, well, that's 3 days of them not having lights. Like, that's a pissed off client. Now, if I can get them on, hey, why don't you go live with me real fast? Let's go look at the few things that we can assume that could be the problem and go look. All right, let's go look at the lights. Hit this button real quick. Hit it. All right, that's not it. Maybe the GFCI is. Let's go in the garage and look for a GFCI outlet. Or let's go check your breaker. Okay, perfect. That was it. Something got wet. Switch it back on. Guess what? Your lights are good to go. You don't have to wait 3 days, and now you're a happy client. Perfect.
And you ready for your mind to be blown?
Yes.
Here we go. So I ran our general contracting prompt. Had nothing to do with holiday lights, but because our AI is the largest in the world, we tie into the same stuff Apple and Google and the rest are using. Look what this created, because JC was an expert talking. So he could have been doing an on-site. We have an on-site tool where JC could have just talked that whole thing on-site. And look what it wrote out, down to even the gutter debris vegetation growth that he called out. The different kind of, the owner requested ground lights. The owner requested front garage gable. Urgency. It's going to go through observed conditions, roof line, front window. It's talking about step-by-step corrective actions here. Now, obviously, this is more of a general contracting. I didn't run the holiday lights specific to this, but it's looking at different things to install the lighting, like the C9 LED light spool and bulbs and warm white 12-inch spacing, commercial. Estimated quantity 160 linear foot to be continued.
I want to say that I have about 152 feet of light up on my roof line right now. So that's pretty disgusting that how close that is to be.
Oh, it's bonkers.
That is wild.
And I can't tell you
have this dialed in for holiday lights. It's just general contracting.
This is general contracting. Yeah. Well, you just write in different prompt, right? I just wrote I didn't have a holiday lights prompt loaded up, but I had my general contracting one. But yeah, it nails it through that. And once we get into like LiDAR and other things, it'll be specific. So we always say comes with a warning, but as an expert like JC, he was just talking lengths. And we're watching the video, we're listening, and this is how we come up with, 160 linear feet, right? We got other things that it was recommending because it's doing a general contractor. I put in my rate of $60 an hour, and it's recommending a gutter clean and prep, a roof line yes. C9 installation. I've got some other things it wants to do, an oak tree spritzer installation. There's the spritzer, as you guys were talking about. Materials, quantities. There's 160 feet of C9 LED spool white bulbs, $200 material cost.
Wow, that's
$1.20. Yeah.
That's pretty freaking accurate.
Yep. And if I told it where I was located, if JC would have said address, it would have even made it even more specific. Like, let me show you. You guys want to see what's coming or what's already out? All right, check this out. So we added real-time AI specific to certain trades. And this specific example, this is for a electrician. So same exact thing JC and I were doing, but on the right side, we tell the AI we're doing a generator install. So this electrician, this is Steve Dickey from Ontario, Canada. He is doing an install of a gutter remotely. And inside this prompt, he has his local rates, knows where he's located, and all his labor rates and his upcharge for the generator. So as he talks and the person walks, look, it's already pulling electrical permits, gas permits for that area, materials costs. And by the time I fast forward this movie, he's going to be able to review everything, put in his discounts, and he'll have all his labor rates populated here in a second and additional notes. And it just starts putting it all together so he can close that deal and be within a solid estimate with using his, his own labor rates as well as where he's located. And now for this generator, it gives him the total cost. I think this was 14 grand. And that includes his upsell and everything. That's insane. Oh yeah, we're just getting warmed up over here. I mean, we're a 16-year-old company. This has been out for 4 years. I've known JC and Angela for 4 years now. Goes by fast, but in 4 years, this doesn't even look anything like what you guys saw when I first met you.
No,
I haven't even showed you all the other stuff.
Yeah, and also, we use another app out there that we're able to record videos and pictures on, and you're eliminating that. So you're eliminating a cost. We still haven't talked about the cost for this. You're eliminating the cost of one app to make everything onto one platform now. Again, your clients are going to love it. Your team's going to love it. And you talked about earlier troubleshooting. I mean, the team's out in the field, just go live from the thing, and then we can troubleshoot in the field, whatever it is. I know we do have FaceTime, but like now it's recorded, it's in there, and it can be used as a training document, saved as well too for future issues. Hey, here's the videos. We can add this to our LMS platform. This was the issue. This is the remedy. And now we had an issue and we turn it into a training event just from the recording on this too.
That's right. And because we're one of only a few companies in the world that do live video, we're integrated under the hood of a lot of different platforms you're already using. So we're under the hood of Jobber, we're under the hood of House Call Pro, Service Titan, because none of them have live video. JC and I were doing live video. I was sitting in my chair at my office, watching my computer as JC was going around his house live, and it was tuned up for that remote assistance. But now I could run that call. If I had House Call Pro, I could just run out of House Call Pro, and all the media and videos go right into House Call Pro. You wouldn't even have to come into LiveSwitch. So we're powering things from HubSpot, Service Fusion, Albiware, all these were even QuickBooks, like we're under the hood, Service Monster, and you just connect it and you can launch these like right through. Here's what House Call Pro looks like. It has LiveSwitch right under the hood of House Call, start the call. It's just live stuff like that does not exist. And now we're wrapping it all in AI and all these other bits and pieces that we showed you with the output. So we want to be able for you to get to your customer as fast as possible, get your hands off the keyboard, skip the trip, and be the first one to bid, even if you have to do the 1-2 punch. Like I'd rather see it, do the renders, do what I need to do, and then drive out to get the money if I have to drive out at all.
So cool. All right. So we talked about a lot. I'm still just, I mean, my head's just spinning right now of things, how this can help so many business owners, especially the Christmas lights, because this is the season. A lot of guys don't have the manpower, the resources to get out there. Maybe they're in a very rural area and to go drive an hour to go give an estimate doesn't make sense. Timing, all that stuff. Can we talk about cost?
Let's talk about cost, but let me show one other quick thing.
Let's do it.
So we call it request stuff and those QR codes. So request stuff is when, let's say somebody wants Christmas lights, but they're at the office. They're like, oh, I won't be home till 7 o'clock tonight. Oh, no problem. Let me send you a text. When you get home, just follow the bouncing ball of the steps and record everything. Now, I'm going to show you one for an electrical vehicle charger. I did not load one up for holiday lights, but you just write in the steps. Here's the 10 steps that you need the customer to do. We tell them to slow down, talk, and make sure you hit the record button. So what happens, they get a text. When they tap on the text when they get home, they just hit record video. And then when they hit record video, they hit the record button, hardest part of this, and they follow the bouncing ball. Show me your electrical panel. This is for an EV charger. Show me electrical panel. They walk over, they take photos and videos. Then they hit the next thing. Okay, walk to where your charger's installed. Going to be installed. Great. I show that. And then I go next thing. Show me any outlets nearby. Done. I hit done. It goes up to the cloud. My electrician in this case is pinged. They watch the video, call, and the person never. JC is so convenient. He did this when he didn't even have to come around. I ordered all my Christmas lights from the office, right? So we can do all these little things that make it easier on the homeowner, which we want that homeowner experience to be awesome. So JC asked about price, right? So all my pricing is right online. So are my terms and conditions. I got nothing to hide. You can buy this monthly or annually. If cash flow is a little bit tight right now, go for the monthly. You don't get locked into a long-term contract. And a lot of folks need is just 2 users. You do not need to buy this for everyone in your company. All right. It's going to be a little under $400 a month for unlimited use, unlimited AI, unlimited training. And even if you were to leave me, you can come back and get your photos and videos anytime. We're a 16-year-old company. We don't lock you out. Now, I love getting paid up front. I'm sure you love getting paid up front for your jobs too. So if you do that, we take 35% off of that retail price. So instead of a little under $400 a month, it's a little around $250 a month. Like I said, about the cost to fill up your F-250 with some diesel, so it's the same price and I'm saving you gas money. I'm stealing from your gas tank and you can give it to LiveSwitch and you can win faster. And if you call our team up and say, hey, I heard about you guys from JC and Angela, you can even ask for me if you want. I'll give you an additional discount on top because good people. All right. And so I can make it even cheaper. So I can get it down to where it's like a couple $100 a month. Right, where you don't have to think about it. So that's what we're really trying to do is make this affordable and usable and unlimited. And I have people to train you guys. So if you need help, you just call us up, and that's all included. They're not salespeople; they're just there to make you happy. So this is our pricing.
Yeah, like I said, I mean our average ticket for Christmas lighting is like $22.50. So that's a job and a wreath that it's going to cost to pay for this for the whole year, and then you're done. And now again, the upsells alone that you'll be able to add in by having that conversation with it. Everything's recorded. You don't have to say, "Oh, I forgot to do this." whatever it is. It's all in the cloud. It's all in the platform or in your CRM, and it's all there for you. Again, your staff can do it. If you want to have a salesperson do this, and then
have your strategic partner do it.
Strategic partner, and then bolt this on with maybe like Holiday Home Concepts to do the design. Now you have everything done in one. It's a no-brainer. It makes perfect sense. So,
yeah, and then we have apps on your phone too, so you can literally go to the App Store, download LiveSwitch app, and you can sit in your truck and do these, or be on a property doing a bid while you do someone else's bid live. So like, it allows you to be in all places everywhere. And we just talked about estimating. What about the install, the before and after? Like you can tie this to your Google Business Profile. So you can come in here and put your Google profile in here and say, this is my job. And after you're done with the job, you can come in. So here's JC and I's call. I can hit the little Google button. It'll send JC a text. And now he can say, oh, like you just tell the people, hey, would you be willing to give me a 30-second or less video about your experience and how much you love your house? Now they can just click it, take a video. It goes right to your Google profile. They upload the video, and those recorded videos are liquid gold to Google and LLMs, right? Because usually a turkey or someone who's being nasty doesn't go on and put a video, and you're in control of who you're going to ask requests from. But if you can get a couple of these live, they love real videos. So we've baked all these little bits and pieces because we all carry 4 or 5 cameras in our pocket nowadays on our smartphone. So let's use that. And operations, right? If you got a project manager managing a bunch of jobs, you guys are doing it, guys are calling, show it to me. You're going to weave video in from cold call to cash to install to recurring revenue to callbacks. Like it's everywhere.
I didn't even think about the video reviews, because I mean I'm very big on reviews. If I'm going to use a company, I want reviews. I go look at the reviews, and if I can see videos, and then even see videos of what a house would look like, whatever service is done, especially the Christmas lights. And then I get inspo from that, and I already know this is a great company I want to work with. That's just even better selling point for the client to want to work with you.
Absolutely. And I could download the video that JC and I just did together, and I can even put this on my website. And Google loves real video. If you use stock photo or stock video or AI generated video, you actually get downranked. So the fact that you have real live video from real customers, say, hey, here's what it's going to be like, and you put that on your website, the AI actually prefers real over AI. Isn't that funny? So
imagine that.
Imagine that. But that's how it works. That's how the game works for Google. You know, they want to see real photos, real videos of people, real homes.
All right, James, did we miss anything? I mean, I know we talked about a lot, but this is
probably,
I mean, again,
probably missed something, but you know, that's a problem when you hit a certain age, you can't even remember it. And did I say this? All right, we start repeating myself. But anyway, I think we're good on that part, JC and Angela. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So I just want to recap. You know, this is great for anybody who's trying to do virtual remote estimates, whether you have a team, whether you have a strategic partner, whether you're doing it yourself, to be able to, you know, build the rapport, have a great relationship, understand the client, have them walk around and talk to them. And you can hear that tone inflection too, when you can start hearing those pain points or something to get excited about. Like, it's recorded. The AI is going to know that. You're going to know that now. Well, hey, he got really excited about putting a wreath up there. Let's make sure we talk about that wreath again and go back there and highlight that wreath, because that's very important to them, or whatever it is. It's all recorded, documented. You go back. You know, it's great for the team to understand the notes. Maybe you forgot to put something in the notes. You can go back there. Oh, let me listen to that recording one more time. You saw where it did the measurements. Like, we didn't prompt it to do anything. You used the general contractor. It gave me, I think, within 8 feet of what my roof line is without doing a prompt. You cannot do that from a picture on Google Earth. Like, get it within that close. It's almost impossible because of the cutout of my house. Now, maybe a simple one line, that's easy, but my house had a lot of cutouts, tucked back in the corner, dog ears and things like that. So I was able to capture all that, I mean, pretty much everything, so you don't miss out on anything. So I love what you guys are doing. You guys are constantly upgrading things. You've done so much of an upgrade in the last few years. I know you're not stopping, but if you're a business owner, if you're struggling to get out estimates as quickly as possible, this is the tool right now to help you increase some cash flow, because that speed to lead, now speed to estimate, getting out there is so important for you to be ahead of everybody else out there that maybe has the resources, maybe has the sales team, but maybe they can't get out to that client for another 5 days, and you can do it right now when they're calling to want to use your services. This is the tool to make that happen. And for the cost, it's just one upsell on a project, and you already paid for the whole month.
Yeah, it's been humbling, guys. And I want to thank you for your support. I mean, we've known each other for 4 years. It was a 16-year-old company. We bought it 6 years ago, but this was invented 4 years ago. And when you guys had me on, I only had hundreds of customers, like just a few. And we were just growing. And I was humbled to even be on to know you guys and to get on there. And since 4 years have passed now, I've got thousands and thousands of customers all over the world. We're one of the fastest growing companies in the country. We just bought our second office. We have bought one in Raleigh, North Carolina. We bought another one in Salt Lake, and we just had the Salt Lake mayor, at the office the other week. And we're employing tons of people, and we've been grateful. I've been very humbled. But you guys like me when I wasn't cool. So thank you for your heart to put people like myself on your show to talk about what's going on out there in the trades. There's a lot of different companies, a lot of different people, but at the end of the day, you guys are always hunting the right people. And it's not everybody I've connected with that you guys are connected to are just quality individuals. So thank you for everything that you guys do for your industry to educate, flying all over the world, speaking on stages. You probably don't get a whole lot of thank yous for all that you guys do, but I just want to say thank you for myself personally and also our company for you guys believing in us early days. So thank you so much. Really grateful.
We appreciate you. All right. So if you're interested in LiveSwitch, go to liveswitch.com. You can go and get set up and do a demo. Just click a link and then they'll be able to get a demo set up. It's an incredible product, guys. Please go do the demo. It costs you absolutely nothing. Go see the product for yourself. Do a walkthrough. I'm telling you, once you get this thing dialed in, it's going to make you so much money. You're gonna be like, wait a second, why didn't I know about this so much long ago? It's a phenomenal product. They're constantly improving everything. The support is amazing. James, we appreciate you so much for jumping on. Look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you. Good to see you.
All right.
Thank you, James.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.